Welcome to my first YouTube video. My name is Barry, here to demo my Emerald X30-12 custom 12-string guitar with HyVibe. It's been a while since I've had this. I've had this guitar over a year now, and it's taken me that long to get used to the different size and fret spacings and develop the finger memories that I needed to be able to play the way I want to play. Anyways, my apologies for taking so long to get this demo done, but all the same, it's important, I think, to really bring forth the capabilities and what this guitar truly means. First of all, I'd like to do a shout out to the folks at Emerald-Alistair, the founder and head of Emerald, Davy K there as well, who helped me with the customization of this guitar. Just great folks to work with over there. They're in Donegal, Ireland. Also Matt Valsky at HyVibe, and they're just wonderful to work with as well. Had a couple problems initially, not problems with the HyVibe itself, it's just in shipping the wire underneath the saddle. The saddle came a little bit dislodged, and we quick fix, and it works perfectly. So as far as the benefits of this guitar, I played guitar since I was 12 string. Started on a Gibson F-hole jazz guitar, real narrow bridge, or real narrow neck, and played that for a number of years. When I was 16, got my first 12 string. It was a Giannini Claviola 12 string Brazilian guitar. Loved that guitar. It was great. But being a wood guitar and a 12 string, over time the top gave way, the bridge warped up, and eventually I tail-pieced 6 of the strings to try to limp it along, but eventually it gave up. So I spent some money in 2002 finally, and got an Ovation Adamus, which had a carbon fiber top that took care of the top problem as far as 12 string is concerned, and played that for over 20 years until I got this guitar. It needs a fret job. The frets are totally worn on it. And I play a lot, so it's a matter of wear and tear on an instrument. It needs to be placked in new frets, and definitely go stainless steel frets, which is what this guitar has. And having played for over a year, the stainless steel frets to me do not prematurely wear the strings, so I feel confident in using stainless steel frets. The string selection, I used on the Ovation, I played elixirs. I like the coated strings, a lot less squeal and so forth moving up and down the fret. This guitar, I found the D'Addario coated strings I really like, and so I've been using those on this guitar. As far as all the qualities of this instrument, the build, the refined finishes on this guitar. The top, as you can see, this is a Paul Farrell veneer wood that is laid on the guitar before it's molded. So it is part of the guitar, but you know, you can't scratch the wood. The finish it's all molded in. It's gorgeous. The attention to detail they do when they finish this, the black edging that goes into the color of the wood, as well as the carbon fiber on the tops. They just really finished this really nicely. And this is all one-piece construction. So this guitar is one piece of carbon fiber all together. There's no bracing inside, and that plays into the benefits of how it sounds, the sound coming out. The resonance is just outstanding, and the sustain. This thing, you pluck a string, it just keeps going and going. It's the Energizer Bunny of sustains. As far as how it's constructed, it's definitely ergonomically very comfortable to play. And this is a large guitar, much larger than my Ovation. The Ovation with the bowl and rounded and so forth, it used to always want to slide off my lap. This thing sits there, it's anchored. The knee cutout, for example, most guitars, the knee cutout is straight in. So when it sits on your knee, it's straight like that. This one is angled. So the knee cutout fits the knee perfectly as you would sit to play. It's got bevel on the front side so it doesn't cut into your arm as you're laying over the top of the guitar. It's cut out at the back so it doesn't cut into your ribs. The hand cutout is beveled as well, so you can get up on that fretboard and you're not really pinching the edge of your hand or your fingers. It's a well designed, engineered guitar. Alistair Hay's been dealing with carbon fiber for a long time. He knows what he's doing, and building guitars as well. He's just does an outstanding job with this. The sound hole. Most guitars have a sound hole that is on the face of the top of the guitar facing out. This one is on the corner, but it faces out with a really great projection out. So those in the room around you can hear it very well. But also you can hear it much better. So as you're playing with different dynamics, you're getting a better effect as a player to what you're looking for and able to accomplish. I found that very true, and just the enjoyment of playing. The HyVibe system itself is outstanding. This is a smart guitar of smart guitars as far as I'm concerned. It has so many different things you can do with it, but to be able to play with effects without having to plug into an amplifier or a DAW, which is what I used to have to do with the Ovation. Used to have to either play inline or mic it. I prefer to mic, but you used to have to plug in and dial in the effects you wanted, and then you could either listen through headphones or play through an amp or a PA to listen as you practiced. This thing, you just turn it on, dial in your effect, and you're off to the races. You don't have to plug into anything. The battery lasts for almost 10 hours with a full charge, so it's not like you're having to keep the battery charged up all the time. And it'll play through a venue and so forth. The different effects, it has many, and they're all customizable. So as you are playing different songs and so forth, you can use different effects to get them. I got some notes here just to refer to. It's got the built-in effects with the processor. It's self-amplified through actuators that are glued to the top. So the wire underneath the saddle picks up the vibrations of the strings, sends them to the processor, processes whatever you want, and then goes through the actuators to actually create the sound. And they have just done an excellent job with this. I mean, the sound coming out is just wonderful. It's got a built-in tuner, which is very accurate. I think that's important. It's got a metronome that you can use. It's got Bluetooth MIDI controller capability, so all you have to do is plug in your MIDI, and you can use that. It is a Bluetooth speaker, which is really cool because you can play a song through your phone or iPad or whatever you've got, and then play along with the song with the effects on the guitar. As a practice tool, it's wonderful. It's got a looper, so you can play your loop and then it automatically plays back, and then you can add on and do your licks or whatever. As I mentioned, it's got the mobile app, which is totally customizable. You can do different banks as well as different effects. I use two myself. I use one for inline in case I'm playing inline, because I've altered the effects a little bit differently with the sound coming out as I would from picking up from a microphone. So I found that to be a little bit helpful. The rechargeable battery, as I said, will play up to like 10 hours on a full charge. And it's also updatable so that you can update. HyVibe can update the firmware and either add capabilities or do patches if there's problems and that sort of thing. So you're not locked into an older necessarily software. They can update it and improve it as they develop new things. This guitar is just, I can't say enough about it. These guitars are not sold in stores, so they're not cheap, but at the same time you get what you pay for. Quality instrument, you get the sound you pay for in a lot of different ways. They do have a new program called the Ambassador Program, which I've signed up for, so that since you can't find these in stores to play and to try out, through the Ambassador Program, those that own HyVibe or Emerald guitars, you can find them and try to arrange where you can meet and experience what these guitars feel like, sound like, play like, that sort of thing. So that's something to check out if you're interested in these. I can't say enough about how playable these are and how much enjoyment you get. Being able to play with effects, to me, and it's shout out to HyVibe, they've really done an excellent job here. There's a difference between playing music with effects versus without effects. A drag guitar, yeah, you can really work on technique and things of that nature, but I found that playing with the effects, you change some semblances of how your style and your approach to dynamics and different things in playing with effects to get the sound you're after. So the ability to do that is just outstanding. I am going to do a demo on, I'll include a demo here with music that I actually wrote a piece about 20 years ago just to help practice my strings and keep up with my the different elements of music that I wanted to keep up with. So I'll do that here in a minute. Let me get set up for that. I'll pause this for a minute. Okay, I'm going to play a song called, I wrote about 20 years ago, just a piece that I wrote for practice called Ode to E. Just based on an E chord up and down the fretboard. Tried to include in it a lot of different elements of music. I'm an amateur guitarist. I'm self-taught. I studied guitar or studied French horn and played in bands and orchestras years and years ago. So I'm versed in music, but just not guitar. So bear with me. Hope you enjoy this. This sounds, I think, pretty good on this guitar. All right. Hope to have more content with different pieces that I like to play. Love sharing it with folks. If you want to leave comments, please feel free to. Like it, you hate it, whatever. Anyways, until the next time, take care.